But actually, one thing, this is one major difference I've seen between, like, say, the Quran and the Bible, is that when you read the Quran, what you'll find is that there's not many descriptions of how people actually went through their lives and dealt with problems.
It does, because the Quran, this is the translation of Quran. This is the original version of it in Arabic. And you cannot say it's the whole Quran. I know what you mean. When you come to explanation, you need to go to tafsir. You know what I mean, tafsir?
Yeah.
Well, there's a verse of Quran, this is translation. So we cannot really say that this Quran is a verse of Quran, this is a translation. And the Bible have more explanation to it. And that's as well. So you need to go to the tafsir.
Oh yeah,
But the tafsir is the proper explanation.
Yeah, but what I mean is, in the Bible, what it actually mainly consists of is people that God dealt with in certain situations. Because I don't know if you know, do you know about King David?
King David, yeah.
Yeah, you heard it. Basically, when you read in the Bible, he actually ends up ended up in the palace. Ending up with King Saul, marrying his daughter. Then he gets kicked out, and then he's homeless and running around in the wilderness, basically. And he actually stays with him all the way until he has to fight with the Philistines. Then he ends up back ruling a part of Israel, and at the end, he's actually the king of the whole of Israel. So what it does, it gives you like the full. It doesn't give you detail, but it gives you the lineage of how he went from being favourable to Saul, homeless, then back, in a favourable position, and then the king. So, and when you read it, sometimes you could find that you could be in a situation where you could read that and something might have happened to you which is bad. But then when you read that, you realise that he went from homeless back to the king. So if you're in a bad situation, you can actually get a lot of
It's a lot of things like this, mate.
Yeah,
a lot of things, mate.
But you can get a lot.
Recognize your situation. You recognize the people around you. You think, God, it's like God becomes part of life because God speaks to people like us or our sort of situations. And this is a great comfort that God didn't leave us to just sort it out. No, God actually, He's there, even all sorts of situations. And that's the great thing about all the stories in the Bible. There's so many stories, and you recognize this could be me, or this could be my brother, or that could be my family.
And you know that story of David? When he was homeless, he actually there's another group of people who were like homeless and in debt, etc. And they made him the captain. So he's effectively a leader of an army of homeless bums, basically. And those same people fought through and ended up in the palace, ruling Israel. So it's actually a story of how you could go from homeless to the king, basically. But I'm just saying that you wouldn't find anything of that in any other books that you read. The Bible's the only one I've ever found a story that has that kind of magnitude to it.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's a story.
I'm going to say it, mate. It's not a problem. I wouldn't say that's a problem. I would say it's confusing for me. Why do you need? If you go anywhere in the world, the Muslim Islamic country, you have one Quran, one translation, and one tafsir. But whether you go to Christianity, the Catholic have their own Bible, and you go to Protestant, they have their own Bible, and you go to different one, they have their own Bible, and you go to different one, like you mentioned earlier, there are like 60 of them.
There are 66 books in the Bible, but they are translated in a language you can understand. I guess you speak maybe Farsi?
Farsi, yes.
So read it in Farsi.
Where from, sorry?
I'm from Holland.
Holland.
I can read it in Dutch, I can read it in English, I can read it in French, I can read it in German. But if I want to know, I can read it in Greek. If I know Greek.
I know what you mean.
So we can go back to the original, but we can start with the language we understand. Like the Quran, a lot of people don't understand Arabic or don't
Myself,
understand.
I didn't know Arabic. Yeah.
You have to trust.
I didn't know, but I know a little bit now.
So you have to trust somebody who tells you. In the same way, you can trust, we trust the translation to translate it for us. But if we don't trust it, we can go back to the original and read that. But it takes more time. But if you find the language you understand easy, just read that one. Because it's the most important thing is when you read the Bible in your language. God speaks to you in your language. You see, God speaks every language.
Every language, yeah.
So you read it and you ask God to open your eyes or your heart. So God will speak to you and you will get it. It doesn't matter so much. But you can study deeply and go to the original. But first of all, ask God to speak. In the Bible, you know, that's how he does it.
Yeah.
So I was going to say also, you know, you said about the Bibles being different, but you know that essentially the difference between like the different translations is it's only little parts. So the actual overall story is exactly the same in all of them. And you know, the Catholics have got more books. The only extra books they've got is like the Apocrypha. But you don't actually need the Apocrypha for salvation.
Yeah.
So all the stories which are in the 66, that's all you need. You don't actually care about any other books apart from the 66 that are in the King James or any of the other ones which have got translations which some words might be different, but the story doesn't change at all, whichever translation you get. It's always the same story.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can read the other books, but you need to start somewhere. So start with the best one to start is the Gospel of John. John
The Gospel of John,
was a good friend of Jesus. He was a good friend.
With Jesus.
Yeah, and he was there from the beginning with Jesus. So he tells the story very good. So start with this one, and then you look at all the others. This is you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I recommend this one, but
To study that one, yeah. Gospel of John.
start with this one, yeah.
So, sorry mate. So